What is up, everybody? Welcome back to reboredpodcast. Today we're going to be talking about the best Phase 1 movie, totally shocking, Captain America The First Avenger.
You're fucking lying right now. Best Phase 1 movies. Crazy.
No, of course not. This shit's ass. No, it's like mid.
Are you going to
make up my mind?
Yeah.
No, it's decent. That's the video. No, I feel like it was, well, you said it drags.
Yes, it definitely does drag in parts.
It feels like there's potential here, but it doesn't.
You know, strangely though, I mean, it does feel kind of like a somewhat basic war movie at the end of the day.
Can I tell you something?
Huh?
Why is this movie so fucking ugly? The warehouse final, and he's like running, like,
yeah,
and
he's
like
running barefoot. You mean?
That too. The whole 19. It just looks ass. Why does this movie look so bad? Let's talk about the hunk himself, Captain America. John, was he good in this movie? Was he bad in this movie?
I think, he was great.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah. But I think the question on everyone's mind, the real question here, Jack, is if you were in Peggy Carter's situation when he came out of the testing thing, would you have done the same thing?
Not only would I have poked, but I definitely would have sucked them fucking titties.
No, I would have done the same. Like, that's the question on everyone's mind, Jack.
Of course. They were plump and they were there. I felt like he kind of looked like Benjamin Button in the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, it is kind of funny though. I've seen his stand-ins have had like been on TikTok where they're like, I was the stand-in for Captain America, like the scrawny version. I've seen them on TikTok.
Pussy.
And stuff.
That's why
you can take him,
I
Jack?
beat his ass. Not, but for real. I mean, like,
it's the start of I can do this all day as well.
I'm already sick of that shit. I'm sick of it twice in this movie.
No. You know, I think it's fine in the MCU, like, but then the fans kind of ruined it. I think it was the fans that. ruined it.
I think the second time he says it, I'm like, shut up. The first time was good. He's like, I think
when he does it in Civil War though, I think I like it in
tight.
Civil War too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's tight when he does it in the other movies. It's just this one he does it twice. I don't like it. I don't like the second time. I like his costumes. You know what I liked more than I thought I would? The Showtime outfit.
Oh really?
That's kind of cool. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
But the war outfit, shit slaps. And you know, he's Captain America. I've always been an Iron Man guy. So have you, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's cool here.
We've said this before. Even though we know Tony was probably on the wrong side of Civil War, we still back him.
Of course.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I mean here it's like, I was expecting Captain America to be a little bit stale because that's his whole character. But then I thought about it a little more, and I'm like, well, first off, you got a couple good scenes. You got him where he's like, I can't get drunk, which, hey man, it goes out to you, brother. And then you got the scene where he's drawing the monkey, and I'm like, I feel you. Like, he's got those two scenes where he's sad, which is cool. And then he's all like, it's about the government, which is cool because then then if he didn't say he loves the government in this one, then you couldn't break it down in the next one, which is sick. You
did mention the suits. I do like the suits in this movie too.
Yeah.
Better than his next appearance. Much better than his next appearance.
Stinky ass suit in the next one. We'll get there when we get there. But
these ones had very good. Realistically looking, they were like
that last suit's badass
and stuff too.
Yeah, it's
for
cool.
A wartime.
You know what? I'm a sucker for, no matter how corny it is, the whole like when the superhero starts getting his stuff and he's like, what about that one down there, that shield? But why wouldn't they offer that one right away, like the fucking invincible shield? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But then, they spray print and he puts it on his back. But goddamn. Actually, you know what? We'll get there when we get to the plot. We'll get to the plot right after this, in fact. But I just want to say, I like Captain America here. Let's move on to the plot, because I have a lot of things that I want to say. I think this movie, plot-wise, sucks fucking ass. Like, it's actually horrible. I don't like any of the creative decisions they made. I think the first act is pretty good. You got the basic superhero stuff. The mentor dies, the suit up. But the second he gets his powers onward, I think every decision they make is dumb. We'll have the rewriting video coming out. If you follow the channel, we do the rewriting stuff. Go check that out. Also subscribe if you're liking the content. But we'll talk about more how I'd fix it. But my general problem is the fucking fun war stuff with his buddies, the Howling Commandos, Bucky. They montage that shit.
Yeah.
And what do they keep in the movie? Boring ass shit. Also, who the fuck gives a shit about Red Skull in this movie? He does fucking nothing in this movie. They montage through the cool shit. They barely try to build anybody's character. How is this movie 2 hours? I cannot recall 2 hours for the content.
I do remember. So I remember that obviously I rewatched for the podcast this past week, but I watched this
I remember this.
2
For some
years
reason, you
ago.
just like watched this movie.
I was gonna do timeline order.
And then
I after this one I
one
gave
movie.
up.
Damn.
I was like,
John's reviewing movies.
no, because
fast.
I knew Captain Marvel was next.
Oh, yeah. Oh, true. That's why you can't watch timeline order.
Yeah, but no, this one I remember even back then I was like, good movie, but it's fucking boring.
Why did they do what they did? Tommy Lee Jones carries for that one joke.
But when he's eating the steak?
No, when they're driving down and they kiss and then he stops and looks at Tommy Lee Jones, he's like, I'm not kissing you. That was hilarious. I actually laughed.
I always
out
forget
loud.
he's in this movie.
Yeah, no, they wasted the fuck out of him. I love me some Tommy Lee Jones. You know that.
Pretty good action scenes though.
Oh, really?
Some of them, yeah. I think they're fun. I would say they're fun.
We're going to the action scenes. Plot was quick. Plot sucks. Action scenes, I think the action scenes suck ass as well.
See, I
visual
enjoyed the
problem.
action scenes compared to I think it was refreshing seeing these action scenes compared to later Marvel action scenes, in all honesty. Because now it's all just big powers and everything. It was nice seeing them running around with like actual guns.
But it could have
and
been
throwing
better.
the shield
It's
and
just
stuff.
ass.
I mean, it could have been better.
It
We'll
doesn't
see
look
it get
good.
better in the next movie.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
But
I just think that like there's some like key like bits that I think they missed. There's like a part, when he has to cross the bridge and he jumps and then the flames go and it like
yeah.
that's just ass. But why? And then there's a later part where he has to like grab onto something and swing. Why wouldn't you set that up here and make him swing or do some cool World War II stuff with ropes?
I think I do though enjoy the kind of smaller action scenes in this one compared to later MCU. It's refreshing.
Again, conceptually, this movie's that. Sorry, fucking conceptually, the action scenes are actually decent. I like the down to earth stuff. I'll probably praise the fuck out of Winter Soldier. In this case, I think they're ass, and I think part of that has to do with the fucking shitty ass visual. Sorry, I'm acting like I really hate this movie. I don't really hate this movie, but there's so much. It feels like an easily fixable movie to me.
Okay.
So you got a really good Captain America. You have a plot that has good parts, like the moments the Howling Commandos get are good, but like you montage through all of that. You have Red Skull get the Tesseract in the very beginning, which by the way, months pass in this movie.
Yeah.
And he does nothing with it.
I always wondered that too.
Yeah. I don't think Red Skull talks to one of his soldiers in this movie. You wonder how this man leads an army, because who would listen to this guy? At least supposedly Hitler was like a good talker. This guy sucks ass. Anyway, I think they could have done Red Skull, but we're doing the whole villains thing.
I mean, Red Skull.
MODOK
is probably. I don't. Is Red Skull his most famous villain?
MODOK? What?
Would you say it's MODOK?
Yeah,
right?
no, it's Red Skull.
Is Red Skull, you think?
100%. Well, there's a lot of cliches in the plot, and then it's not good afterwards. So I don't know. I just gotta.
Did you enjoy this more than Thor?
I feel how do I explain this? I feel like Thor was like NyQuil. Like, it goes down easy because it's like liquid, but it like doesn't taste all that good. This was like a really big pill that's like hard to swallow. It was like once it's in, I'm like, okay. But like watching it, I'm kind of like, I feel like we could have made this better. Why could we make this pill smaller?
It's a crazy analogy.
I think it works. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So, yeah. Anyway, I think the action's I just thought like, okay, the car chase or the foot chase at the beginning is pretty cool. Could have done more with it, but we'll get there in the rewrite. I thought the war scenes were horribly shot. I thought every time they're in a big warehouse, it looks really bad.
There's a lot of big warehouses.
And there's a lot of big warehouses. I mean, I seriously think the final fight before he gets on the plane is the worst looking MCU thing I've ever seen. And I'm even talking.
I think the plane fight was really boring too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's not interesting. And it almost is, but it's like you don't care about Red Skull or like what Red Skull thinks about him, or like why didn't they have Red Skull kill Bucky or something? Because
they should have made.
There's no other than he wants to bomb New, because he makes sure to write New York on the plane bomb that he's gonna send.
Yeah, they should have made
Chicago.
Red Skull a bigger deal in this movie. I think.
Right, even
had a bigger presence
mentally. Because they're just like, I am an equal to you, Captain America. It's like, okay, so you can fight equal. Who gives a fuck? That's
And
Red Skull's supposed to be smart. Like,
they barely have any interactions. Like
they don't. Yeah,
he doesn't even feel
they
like
talk
he's
twice.
like a villain.
I think they talk twice.
He doesn't even feel, no, he doesn't even he's a villain, but he doesn't feel like he's supposed to be Captain America's villain.
Yeah, I thought he looked cool.
Yeah.
Prosthetics cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, the individual characters I don't really have a problem with. Like, if you look at Captain America, like we already said, Peggy, she's really good. You know, she's not like Captain Marvel, like overly strong female like thing, but she is like she can hold her own, and it's
she's a badass.
Yeah, and she's fun to watch. I mean, honestly, I almost want to watch that Agent Carter show now. I'm not even gonna lie, like she was really cool.
They show she's a badass rather than say it.
Yeah, exactly. And then the end, it's pretty sad.
Howard's pretty fun too.
Howard's fun. And that's also cool. This movie does a good job at kind of tying Phase 1 together before you go into the Avengers, which I think is a really successful thing it does, because you got Stark, who we kind of knew for elements of his past from Iron Man and Iron Man 2. You got the Tesseract and how they talk about that in relation to Thor. I mean, no Incredible Hulk, but that's just a whole... So you kind of bring all those together going to the Avengers. It does that really well. The Howling Commandos are fun. They don't get much, but
they're fun.
I actually like, I can't tell you their names.
That's then you never see them again.
Right. That's the movie's problem. But what I will say is that, like, the Asian dude was funny, and like the dude with
he's
Principal.
Yeah. I forgot about
with the mustache fun, and they have that joke with the black guy about the French. It's just like a
Yeah, there's some fun moments here.
There's small moments that they got.
Yeah.
Which should have been expanded upon, but we'll get to that in the rewrite.
One thing I also do say about this, I will give this movie though, is like, I think the funny moments are a lot better than the funny moments in Marvel now. They feel more natural.
Yeah. 100%. They're the comedy beats hit, and but just about everybody sells their moment, and it's not overly done. I mean, Bucky's really good, obviously, but again, I feel like there's just like an element missing with him, and it's not quite like anything in particular. It's more just they only have like 2 scenes or 3 scenes together, because then they montage through all their time together. Oh, God, I fucking hate that montage. It's what ruins this movie to me. Also, what a waste of Hugo Weaving. What a waste. Holy fuck. You got like an incredible all-timer actor, and they fucking he has like 4 scenes, and they're so one-dimensional for a character that's supposed to be like particularly interesting. It's disheartening, really is. And his little sidekick Zola, why didn't they do any like groundwork for him doing the face thing, or he just is kind of throwaway, and America takes him.
Yeah, there's a lot of throwaways in this movie.
It's just, and it's hard, because it's like, how much do you want to invest in these people considering they all die?
Yeah.
It's like you jump 70 years in the end, but the lack of investment into them makes this movie in and of itself relatively like inconsequential. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like a half step. What I will say is it's cool at the end that when the space comes up around him and he has the Tesseract. It's cool. There's like some cool shots in here, but
do you like the ending with him running around Times Square and stuff too?
The whole end's good. I do like the end. I mean, the plane crash is emotional. The he wakes up and he knows something's off. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. And then Nick Fury pulls up. He's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "You've been asleep for 70 years." I don't really know how to summarize my thoughts on this movie. This one's strange because
good but doesn't hit.
Yeah, I think I like it a good amount. I feel like
there's movies I like that I have lots of problems with, but I still like the movie overall.
True.
It's a normal thing to do.
But I was definitely bored at moments. I mean, the end, like the final moments I said were good, but the actual like third act I think is kind of stinky. I really like the first act. I have a lot of problems with the second act, but it's generally decent. I think the third act is what ruins this movie.
All right, Jack, what would you rate it then?
I think I'd go 3.
I'd go with 3 as well.
Yeah, but I think I'd put it. I'd certainly put it above Thor. Certainly above Incredible Hulk. Probably above Iron Man 2. Oh, but I like Iron Man 2.
I like Iron Man 2 more than this for sure.
Yeah. This is why I won in Civil War.
I think 3 is the exact same score I gave it 2 years ago.
You think?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
So
Totally.
I'm still relatively same feeling about this movie as I did
Yeah,
before.
It's totally decent, isn't it? Could be better. But we'll talk about the rewriting video, which you should check out when it comes out next week. But tell us your thoughts on Captain America: The First Avenger, the best movie in the MCU Phase 1.
That's crazy. We're just chat on this movie for the past 20 minutes.
Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, all over Board Podcast. And that's about all. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.